I took all the spinning rods out of the boat. This is also a skills building exercise. So, there's only bait casters in the boat. And we'll go through several things here, because I know a lot of you, especially if you're chasing walleye, you're going to always use a spinning rod. Well, if you can't get good with it, I always backlash. There's only a few ways to remove most of those excuses, and that's to get good with them. You have to practice. So I'm going to take you through 3 mornings of skills building. So when I have all of the baits that I would normally fish, I can rig them all.
When the summer bite gets tough, the tough go trolling. Not Publius's favorite activity, but line counter reels are bait casters, and it's still skills building. While we wait for this train to go by, let's skip to another scene for a fish fact. This fish is not a carp, although it is commonly mistaken for one. This is a smallmouth buffalo, which is a sucker native to Montana. A quick way to tell the difference is to look for the characteristic barbels carp display. No barbels means it's a sucker.
Train was loud, wasn't it? It's a big old number 9 shad rat.
Back to the fish fact real quick. Montana has 2 buffalo fishes. The smallmouth you saw a second ago can grow over 40 inches and live to over 40 years old. But the big mouth is the largest North American species in the sucker family, reaching more than 4 feet and 65 pounds, and it can live over 100 years old. These suckers are a really important component to the Yellowstone River. Walleye and sauger feed on the juvenile buffalo fishes, and the bigmouth buffalo is capable of filter feeding, which allows it to prey on the larval stage of the invasive zebra mussels.
Ooh, choked it too. Got one though. One. What happens when you get cocky? That's what happens when you get cocky.
Practice helps eliminate backlashes, but they still happen to everybody.
It's actually the first fish I've ever caught on that model swim bait. I was starting to have my doubts about him actually. What was really throwing me was the difference in rate of fall from the buoyancy of the plastic. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put it on the trailer. We got 2 more days left, 2 more mornings, right? Of the dog days of summer. Skills building with a baitcaster. Okay, so day 2 of our morning skills building.
Remember the professor from Petrolia?
The professor's back for skills building. We're safety boating for the tournament today, so we got to go run all the boundaries. Got one. Little net action. Professor's on the board.
The bait flew out of the fish's mouth. Did you see it plop next to the boat?
My style of release is
Yeah. Very hands off, isn't it?
yes. Yes.
If that had been a walleye, you'd have been in trouble.
Yeah, well. Oh boy. There's the rat's nest.
Oh, the professor backlashed. See, I told you it happens to everybody.
Now it's deeper. Now it's like 8. Oh, I lost him. Sticking around, running the boat. What did I say?
What's important about building skills is as the video progresses, you can notice significantly fewer missed bites and more boated fish. That's proficiency with your equipment.
There's fish. Little bitty sauger. There's one too. See, I told you. Oh, sauger or the dots on the fin, on the dorsal?
Yes, Publius is correct. Sauger have distinct round spots on their dorsal fin. Amazing how many anglers struggle with that.
Told you. There's, oh, I had one too. Yeah. Getting bigger.
Even in a quick day, the professor showed a little improvement.
Show that one to the camera, Professor.
Alright.
There's a fish.
Doubled up. The professor's graceful release.
Look at that. The baitcasting saga.
With skill, apparently, right?
Right. Isn't it cool how you just pitch it out and by the time it's vertical there's a fish on it?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
Jesus, it's gotta be getting ready to come right over the top of this. Just tangle her right up there, homie. Tags too.
Montana FWP tags fish to gain information on our fisheries,
Show that
such
to the
as
camera,
seasonal
Professor.
movements, habitat use, and growth rates.
Yeah.
So, if you catch a tagged fish, please
Tag.
report your catch.
Brush it off and read the number. If you guys don't recognize this spot, this is where I brought Professor. Small sauger. Sauger. So they're slightly deep. So I think that's why they're getting smaller. Getting smaller, Ocho.
Rookie moment with the net right here.
Look at that. They're getting bigger. What's that one, Ocho? Like a 16er? 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 Slow-mo. B-roll. 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 B-gun. Got that one. Good looking sauger too. Like that, Ocho?
Publius was missing fish after several passes with a smaller jig, so he switched to a 3/4 ounce jig to work the strike zone more intensively with a positive result. Applying versatility in this skills exercise paid off.
So, adding that little bit of extra weight helped me stay in contact, stay precise, fish, first cast. And I need a new body.
The wind was wild in this spot, so this bass gets the central clip, but a sauger and a saugeye were also caught in the 15 minutes spent at this spot.
What do you think of that, Ocho? Free swimming jerk minnow.
Build your skills by paying attention to conditions. Casting into the wind requires clutch adjustments on the reel.
Getting smaller again, Ocho. They're getting small. Hey, they're getting smaller again. That could have hurt.
This is a home stretch moment here with the Baitcasters. The practice, skills, and efforts start to pay off.
Was that 3 fish in 3 casts? 3 fish in 3 casts. That's a good sign, huh? Heating up, huh? Wind throws a new level of difficulty into the game, especially since I have to cast into it. And the feeling's cross current. So that's skills building with a baitcaster. Watching the other boats come in here. I did learn a lot. One thing off the top of my head points. For some reason this setup is really well balanced. It feels like an extension of my body. It's how well it's set up. And I would probably fish this normally with a jig.
Choose your gear wisely.
It actually gave me good confidence and feel, at least with the 3/8. Yeah, lots of skills building. It was way more difficult today with the wind. The other 2 days or mornings or whatever it is at this point. Let's say one more time. They weren't nearly as challenging as today was with the wind. I think we caught way more fish today than we did the other days. We'll have to see how many fish we caught using only a bait caster.
2 bass, 20 sauger made the published version with 2 backlashes. No official fish count, but modestly 20 fish per day.
And hopefully the next video will be on ice. Ice, baby.
There are a lot more bait casting resources out there. Build your skills. Until next time, happy angling.